The topics, views, and opinions expressed on the air and via All Igniting Change with Barbara Arnwine, platforms by host Barbara Arnwine Esquire, guests, and supporters are their own and are independent of any organization, entity. Nothing said on the show or any of its platforms constitutes a client-attorney relationship or serves as legal advice, counsel. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to Igniting Change, its platforms, or the show's host. It's time now for Igniting Change, a weekly provocative and empowering program where you, the listener, can ignite change. Now here's your host, Barbara Arnwine.
Get up, stand up.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Igniting Change. Oh, we're so happy that you're listening from all over the country. So good morning to all those on that West Coast. And and we're just so proud of all of those who listen to us from the South. Yes, we know you're listening, Mississippi, Georgia. Come on, folks. And we are just grateful on this day, on this Christmas Eve. Did you hear me? We made it, folks. It's 2024 Christmas Eve, and we are wishing everybody out there in this country, no matter where you are, we're wishing you peace, love, joy, happiness during this holiday season, and prosperity and success in the new year. Oh, we did it this year, and we have so much to talk about. We have a great show lined up for you, and you know that I am always honored to welcome and introduce my mighty co-host, none other than the chair of the board of the Transformative Justice Coalition, one of the nation's most brilliant attorneys, boldest, bravest, just absolutely creative and innovative people, organizers. Oh, he is a strategist. He's everything. You know I'm talking about none other than Daryl D. Jones. Hey, Daryl.
Hey, Barbara, it must be Tuesday, must be noon Eastern Standard Time because we're talking Igniting Change. Barbara, this holiday season, I hope that everyone has already done their shopping if they're doing shopping or whatever it is that you're doing. And now they have a chance to sit back, relax, enjoy with family and friends, and listen to us here on Igniting Change. Let us entertain you for a moment and educate you for a moment about what's happening in the state of Alabama and that new congressional district and what our young black Gen Zs are doing across this country, Barbara.
All right now. And, and I'm so proud of our guests because they have made a difference. They have really been out at the forefront making change happen. And we are so proud of working with them. If in case people don't know it, the Transformative Justice Coalition, which I have the honor of serving as president and founder of, that it has since 2016 engaged in training young people to be voting rights leaders. Now, let me be very clear. When I say training, it's really skills enhancements because these are amazing young leaders in and on of their own right. And over these last years, because TJC turns 10 years next year, it will be our 10th anniversary. Over these 10 years, we've been blessed to have trained over 600 young, amazing leaders. Predominantly African-American, heavily from the HBCU community, but also people of all, stripes, all, genders, all races. It's been just an amazing experience to watch what they do. And we wanted to highlight because I get so angry every time I go places, Daryl. I get so angry. People talk about, well, young people ain't about nothing. And I'm looking at them like, who the hell do you know? I'm sorry. And who are you interacting with? Because I know brilliant young people, but our whole theme of this month is the stories that the media missed. And I think we should say the stories that the nation missed. And so we have been highlighting some of the really unknown truths about this year. So in order to do that, we wanted to bring up our amazing guests, and I want to welcome back to the show one of our leading organizers out there. She's amazing. She's also talented and is a cellist. In addition to everything, she is a transformative justice fellow and freedom rider, class of September 2022 from Birmingham, Alabama. She has been on 7 activations with TJC since 2022. Activations, folks, are when we go out into the community around the country to interact with people in the lowest income communities to make sure that they know that their vote is important, to help them register, to help them mobilize them, to help get to the polls and to vote. She's been on 7 of those activations, and this has led her to advocate for the rights of Black and brown millennials and Gen Z through her music. She loves to tell our rich history through the voice of her cello. Her work with TJC has also enabled her to gain her current role with Woke Vote as the Alabama interim state director, promoting civic engagement and mobilization among Black and brown people. We are so happy that Janice Gentry is with us. She has said that because of TJC, she has met prominent leaders and had experience that she would not otherwise have had. Welcome to Igniting Change, Janice Gentry. Janice?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can. There you go.
Yes,
welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's so good to have you, and please give your parents a big hug from us because we love seeing them on August the 6th, everybody. We always have an annual celebration of the anniversary of the signing of the Voting Rights Act, and Janice performed with her cello, and her parents came to support her from Alabama. We were so proud of the whole family being there. It's so wonderful, Janice, to hear your voice.
Barbara, she didn't just perform. She played that thing.
I mean, people were like rolling. It was gorgeous, people. What a gift you have. What a beautiful gift. And we're just so glad that you're on the show today. Daryl, do you want to introduce Eldric?
Oh, sure, Barbara. It's always great to introduce folks that we've gotten a chance to know over the years. And Eldric Coleman is just one of those people. He's one of our TJC alumni. He's a voting rights advocate, fellow from the September 2024 class of the Transformative Justice Coalition. He's also a dedicated advocate for social justice and community empowerment. He currently serves as the president of the NAACP Alabama Youth and College Division, an associate justice for the Student Government Association. He's all over it when it comes to Alabama and the youth. He's a 2-time state of Alabama NAACP Youth and College Division president. He was recognized with the NAACP as a Trailblazer Award for his impact in dealing with and advancing civil rights. Just an incredible person. And Barbara, what I truly love, not the fact, and of course I love the fact that he's a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, but what I really love about Eldric Coleman, Barbara, is that he registered over 1,000.
Everybody.
Absolutely. He registered over 1,000 voters for the upcoming November election, just demonstrating that commitment to civic engagement and political empowerment. Folks, please welcome back to Igniting Change, Eldric Coleman. Eldric, welcome back.
Thank you for having me back, and it is a pleasure to be here once again.
All right, Eldric. We are so proud of all the work that you do. What we want to do is let you in your own voice tell people what you have accomplished this year. So why don't we start off, Janice? When people hear me say woke vote, they're like, what the heck does she mean? What's a woke vote? And others are going like, yeah, woke vote, of course. Can you tell our folks what woke vote is, what it does, and tell us how did you come to work there for this for this last election?
Yes, ma'am. So our chief believer, yes, our chief believer is Dewana Thompson. And I just reached out to her, and she let me know that there was a space for me at Woke Vote. So I was really excited to be able to be doing some of the things that I've done, in fact, with TJC, and doing it even more in Alabama. And basically, Woke Vote is a nonpartisan organization. We do voter education, voter training, all those different things, just trying to meet the needs of the people, voter awareness, all those different things to make sure that our Black and brown people can make the best educated that we can. And that's what being woke is, being educated, not just taking what people tell you, what the media tells you, because the media has their own agenda, especially in this country. So just being able to tell our own stories and alert people of what's really going on in grassroots and on the ground in general in our community.
And Woke Vote is primarily in Alabama. Is it in other states?
Yes, ma'am. We are nationwide. We've been doing a lot of work in Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, especially Louisiana, Michigan. I know I'm missing some states, but we are national, so we go to where all the heat is, and even where there's not a lot of heat, because there are places where people forget about. So we try to go to those areas and states as well.
All right. And I love one thing you said, and I want to underscore it for every single person listening. You heard that she called them and said, I want to work with you. Can you make a space for me? I hear so many people saying, I want to do this work. I want to be involved, but I don't see a job opening. Nobody's asked me to join. She took the initiative. That's what's so important. Right, Daryl?
Absolutely, Barbara. You can sit back on the sidelines and wonder what's going on and watch what's happening, or you can do what Janice did, which is said, I'm getting in this game. I'm going to get involved. I'm going to roll up my sleeves, put what do they call it, the hand to the plow, and get in there and make some good trouble. And that's what we really enjoy about what you're doing there, Janice.
Yes. And Eldric, Eldridge, you have a story. Whoa, you have a story, my brother. Tell us about, how did you, when we read all of your amazing accomplishments, getting these great Trailblazer Awards from the NAACP, how did you get involved, and what drove you this year of 2024?
So getting involved for me, it wasn't hard because growing up, I had an uncle, rest his soul, John Clemens. He taught me a lot of stories about the civil rights movement.
Oh, that was your uncle.
Yes, ma'am.
He was amazing. Loved him. Met with him in his chamber a couple of times. Oh, how wonderful.
And yes, he participated in the Almighty movement. So, and that made me get motivated and, ready to get out to work. And so when I realized this election was a very historic election, and this was my first time being able to vote in the presidential election, I said I have to get out and I have to do more. So that's when we put our feet on the ground in Alabama as the state of Alabama NAACP Youth and College Division, and we said we're going to go out. We're going to register everyone. We're going to register everyone we can get our hands on. So we started partnering with housing department at the universities and putting registration slips inside the dorms. We started talking to student government associations. We went on a tour around the state of Alabama to the majority of the colleges and registered at least 100 voters at each stop. So we made sure that we were out getting people to get involved in this election and get happy about this election.